To prevent others from seeing his back, even when climbing stairs, the man had to lie flat on the ground. Rohan was burning with curiosity, so he used a trick and managed to see the man's back. But unexpectedly, there was nothing unusual at all. However, the man looked utterly devastated. Just as Rohan was about to comfort him, saying it was fine, the man's back split right open. The exaggerated amount of blood caused the man to collapse and die instantly. Rohan was shocked. This was clearly a stand attack, but when he checked the man's memories earlier, he hadn't found anything unusual. Could the man be a victim? Before he could think further, a strange stand appeared behind Rohan. Rohan immediately summoned Heaven's Door, but the attack missed. It turned out that at some point, the stand had climbed onto Rohan's back again. After a brief probe, Rohan finally understood. This was the consequence of his insistence on seeing the man's back. But Rohan decided to try one more time. He immediately called upon Heaven's Door, intending to alter the stand's memory. But the next moment, cracks actually appeared on Rohan's face. The reason for this was that the stand's user had become Rohan himself. It was a stand with its own consciousness, able to control its abilities freely. Rohan was terrified. He rushed out of the house and started dancing. At that moment, the stand hinted, "Once someone sees your back, I will leave." But in the end, Rohan couldn't bring himself to do it. He could only call Koichi and tell him everything that had happened. But Koichi didn't believe it at all, thinking Rohan was messing with him. To prove it wasn't a lie, Rohan went to show him the man's corpse. But when they went to look, they found the man had been drained and shrunk to palm size. Koichi finally lost his patience and prepared to leave. Rohan was in despair. Even his best friend didn't believe him. When evening came and no one was around, Rohan decided to go find Jotaro. To prevent others from seeing his back, he kept pressuring himself against walls. But when crossing the street, there were no walls around. However, Rohan wasn't panicked at all. He waited for passers-by to walk by, then quickly pressed himself against their backs. Although it was a bit embarrassing, Rohan managed to cross the street successfully. He made it to the other side. But then he suddenly noticed a group of stray cats charging at him. It was the stand causing trouble again. People and animals all came to attack Rohan. Although Heaven's Door was awesome, there were too many animals. In the critical moment, Koichi showed up. He helped drive away all the animals. It turned out Koichi had been observing Rohan the whole way, and finally noticed something was wrong. He immediately had Egos try to pull the stand off, but as the stand fell, Rohan's back was also torn off. Seeing this, Koichi had to stop the attack, and Rohan became like a zombie, only moving toward his destination. He even deliberately showed his back to Koichi. However, just as the stand thought it had succeeded, it saw something shocking. Countless hands reached out from behind, coming for it. It turned out this was an alligator.